So one of the first things I wanted to do with the new Ryzen 2700X is check the memory controller, and as you can see we are currently booted in at 3600 C14 on the RAM, which is pretty nice. We're running the memory at 1.55 volts, so a little bit higher, and on the new BIOS as well. We'll see if it brings any improvements. We're just going to run a quick R15, we'll see what it's boosting up to. 40.5 multiplier again, occasionally going up to 40.75. We'll see what kind of scoring it gets. Okay, 1853, about the same as before, to be fair. It hasn't made much difference at all. 1857, fair enough. Well, we'll keep this as a baseline score just for now. We'll take a screenshot of this and we'll start overclocking the CPU a bit now, I think, and we'll see how it goes. So let's have a look. Core ratio, we'll just start with 4.1 GHz. We'll go with a Cinebench R15 performance BIOS as well. We'll leave the SoC on auto for now, and we're going to go with a core voltage of 1.4 to start with, because we are still on air cooling. And then we're going to leave everything as it is in there, I think. Don't know what all those are in there. Just going to try 1.4 volts, 4.1 GHz to start with. And we'll also put the fans on full speed, I think, as well, if I can find that. Here we go, Q fan control. Just disable that. Oops. There we go. Disable all the fans. Disable that, disable that, disable that. And then save and exit. And we'll see if it boots at 4.1 GHz, 1.4 volts. Now this is only going to be about 50 megahertz faster than it was boosting by itself with the XFR 2 or whatever it is. I don't know whether that even works on Windows 7, but it's got XFR. So there we go. 4.1 gigahertz, 1.4 volts. Open Cinebench here. Give that a quick run. V-droop doesn't look too bad, and it is going round nicely. Nearly broken 1900 already. It's pretty nice. I think I got the 1800X over 1900 on ambient cooling, so we want to definitely be scoring over 1900 on ambient cooling, really. So it seems to be scoring the same every time. We'll do a running real time priority. We can work the keyboard here. We'll just close Explorer, stick that in real time, put that down in the corner there, and run that. 1890 again, that's pretty consistent by the looks of it. The older Ryzen seem to get better and better the more you run it, whereas this one seems to be staying about the same each time. Yep, very consistent, 1890. We will have to go faster then. So we are going to go 4.15 next. See how that goes. Yep, as you can see there, or not see, we're at 4.15, so we should break 1900 now. There we go, 1905. Run it a couple more times. I think it's probably going to top out at 1921. Yeah, it looks like it. So we'll screenshot that. Definitely a decent improvement. So I'm actually going to up the base clock one as well, because it's kind of annoying me that it's not at 100 megahertz exactly. It's always at, like, say it's at 4.1, it's at like 4.09. Which is annoying, so we're just going to up the base clock 100 megahertz. Looks like it's posted alright anyway at 4.2. This is good. And from the reviews I've seen, I've not seen anyone be able to really bench above this speed. Well, not very far anyway, but most of the reviews are fairly useless at overclocking. So it's at 4.21 now, so it is just a tad over 4.2 gigahertz, and the V droop is down to 1.38, I think it is, when I put it under load. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it is alright, because we would like to go a bit higher yet, really. (1941) again. So at this point the CPU is pretty much as fast as a i7 5960X, like a J-batch one that does 4.9 to 5 gigahertz. So efficiency wise, I mean, it's only at 4.2, so it's pretty crazy how good this processor is. 1945, it's still going up. So 1945 at 4.2, just a tad over 4.21. So I'll screenshot that. So if this chip is a 4.3, should be in for some very nice scores. Right, we'll go up to 4.25 next. So I'll be expecting about 1960s, very high 1960s to 1970 CB from these runs now. I mean, we don't really know yet whether this is a good or a bad chip. I guess this will be the sort of deciding run as to whether it's half decent or not. There we go, 1966. Probably all she's going to have, to be honest. So we'll go with that. Alright, let's go for 4.3. 4.25, and this kind of score is probably about 100 points in Cinebench more than I would have got on the 1800X. Even with the 1800X completely maxed out. So I'm guessing this chip isn't quite going to be 10% faster in Cinebench, to be honest, because my 1800X was very good. It did like 4.1 in Cinebench. So that was with 1.475 volts though. So the 1800X was taking a bit more juice. There we go, 4.3, just hovering above 4.3 now. So most of the reviewers only got their samples to do 4.2. So we'll see what mine does, eh? We are only running Cinebench though, not every single stress test under the sun, but it's a pretty heavy stress test is Cinebench, to be fair. It's not like X265, but it's not exactly Super Pi 1M or W Prime or anything like that. 1975. $19.80. I do personally think it is starting to run out of voltage at this point, or running out of juice, because it is just a little bit more jerky than it was when it's rendering the squares, and the scaling isn't quite as good. I think if we gave it a little bit more voltage, even at the same clock speed, it might score a little bit higher. The other thing as well is I started off with 3600 C14 memory, and we haven't increased the memory clock at all, so we've still got any increase that the memory could provide to make up a few extra megahertz as well, or a few extra points in Cinebench rather. There we go, 1988. It's another quite good number there, I guess. Gone from 1966 to 1988. Yep, we have. So that's 22 CB. I think we can make up 12 CB in memory performance quite easily, to be honest, as long as it actually clocks a memory higher than 3600. I have heard it requires a bit of memory training, possibly. However, it should work up to 37 or 3800 megahertz, so we've got a couple of hundred megahertz to play with there, and obviously we can tighten timings, which will help a fair bit as well. Let's go 4.35. So we're now in Windows at 4.35, 4.359, 4.358. Just because of the extra little bit of base clock I'm running. Let's see if we get a blue screen. Still 1.4 volts in the BIOS. No LLC, everything's just on auto. Well, we've got the power phases for the VRM on extreme and all that, but doubt that'll be helping that much. There we go, 1992. Getting pretty damn close now. It's actually working as well. Wow, under load it was going up to 4.37 there. Flipping heck. It's pretty nice. 2000! There we go. Done it! 2000. Wow. I'm actually going to take a picture of that. If it passes this run, it'll blue screen now, you just watch. 2005, it's getting even faster. Right, at this point, I'm getting pretty excited, because it means that my chip is actually better than most of the review chips. So I am pretty pleased with that. So we'll put her in high priority and see if it'll go any quicker. I mean, anything above this now, in my opinion, is just pretty pleasant, really. I'm pleased that I can do this kind of clock on such low voltage. It's really impressive. It's starting to struggle there. You can see it stop sometimes in the middle of the benchmark. I don't know whether that's because I've got it in high priority though, but it's definitely more jerky than it was. But it's running faster, which is the main thing we care about. Oh, has it crashed? Might have crashed. I think it's crashed. I'm going to leave it for a few seconds, wiggle the mouse. Yeah, it's definitely crashed. So that's a shame. That is indeed a shame. However, that is properly quick. So we didn't get a screenshot over 2000, did I? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give her a bit more juice. See how it goes. So with the V-droop at the minute, if I set 1.45 volts in the BIOS, it should run at around 1.425 in Windows. So we will do that now. But like I say, it was getting a bit jerky there, so I could tell that it wasn't quite stable. That's how sad I am. You can actually tell whether Cinebench is stable or not from the jerkiness that the squares go around at, which is pretty funny. So let's see what the voltage is at now on the CPU. I don't know if you can see that. 1.428, not 4.128. Yeah, 1.428, and we'll see what it goes to under load. So let's have a quick look on HardwareBot and see what other people are doing with the 2700X. A few people submitted scores yesterday, but they were all on cold, so we'll see if anyone's submitted any ambient scores yet. Okay, it looks like there's a few more scores on here already. One of them is on an AIO water cooler and a 240mm water cooler, as I'll just show you quickly here. There you go, and he's got 1925 at 4.3. It's pretty inefficient, so you can see there. And he is on an ASRock B350 board, so that's probably why. He's running his memory at, what's that, 2800, 2933 C12, or C14 rather. So yeah, it's not too bad. We will see, and another person got lower, they got 1909. So we're definitely the highest ambient cooled 2700X, which isn't exactly an achievement because there's only 3 so far, is actually 2160, and I'm pretty sure that guy was on Cascade. Yeah, he was. If I just show you quickly here, you can see this guy 2160 at 4.75 rather, and he was using Cascade, so obviously he's going to beat us by miles. We're back up to 2005 there as well, which is nice. See if we can get a bit more out of it. 2005 will do. That will definitely do me. It's over 2000 anyway. So that's pretty nice. And we still haven't tuned any memory or anything yet either, really. I mean, it's running at 3600, but it's not exactly groundbreaking speeds. That's just speeds that we can cold boot. We could try a little bit faster on the core, but don't really think that's the best idea. I think memory is probably the way to go now that we've found it fairly stable. Oops. Yeah, I'll save that score. So we'll go up in memory speed and basically see how high we can go, but actually I'll save this as a profile first. So, tools, user profile, profile name, 4.35 gigahertz, 3600 C14, 3600 C14. Save to profile 1, there we go. There we go, so profile 1 we've got there. It's going to be our base profile that we load from now if anything goes wrong.